Good evening. I am Da'Marrion Fleming, the president and founder of Sowing Seeds with Faith, an out-of-school academic enrichment program that focuses on enriching the youth, both socially and academically. One of the most commonly asked questions to me has been, what does success mean to me? If I had to answer that question, I don't think there's one definition of one certain topic of way I can explain success. But for me personally, it's the ability to make a difference. It's not a financial outcome. It's not the ability to be on a pedestal full of accolades. It's to just simply be a humanitarian here in the city of Louisville. The ability to be able to go out in the community, pull kids in, and let them know to themselves that they are an important piece to the puzzle of what tomorrow may hold, instilling in their future, sowing a seed into them that lets them know that whatever they become makes a difference in today's world. Did I know what I wanted to be? Yes and no. I knew I wanted to make a difference. I just didn't know at what capacity did I want to make a difference. I knew I had the desire to be different. I had the desire to separate myself from those who are my counterparts. So I knew as a young age that I had the ambition, the passion to enrich. I'm a strong advocate for mathematics, so I knew as a young black man that math was one of the commonly struggles for young black men. So I took that a little bit more serious and made a pact to not only myself but to those around me to go out and enrich those the young men and women mathematically. Absolutely not. To those out on the outside, it may look easy, and if that is the case, I apologize, because it's not easy. I don't want to put on a persona or a fake perception of the struggles and the sacrifice that I had to make to become where I am. And also to understand that I'm not where I really want to be. I know I have a long way to go. The leap of faith was the first step to a long journey. And the leap that I took, I'm still following with this parachute of faith and hoping that things unfold and unravel in the way that I would like them to go. So it's been a journey. And the best part to know is I have a lot more to look forward to, a lot more struggles, a lot more barriers. One of my biggest struggles has been able to prepare for the things that you don't see coming. You have to be able to deal with certain things and certain situations that you really don't have an answer for. And I think one of my key notes that I write down every day is perseverance. When you don't have an answer for the things that you have to deal with in life, the only solution is perseverance. You take it and you move forward with it. You really can't control it, and you have to accept those kind of things in life as they come. All right. And as I've grown, I've been able to understand how important perseverance is. I really didn't have a true definition for it once I started this journey. But I think the best definition for perseverance will be experience. You have to go through it. You have to deal with it. You have to watch it come. You have to watch it go, and be prepared for it to happen again. Man, I hold a lot of titles, but one title that I put above all is the father. I have two young boys, and watching them every day watch me has been one of the strongest catalysts for my support, for my passion to move forward. So if I had to use one motivation factor, it would definitely be my kids, and not just my kids, those kids that become my kids once I start moving in the direction in which I'm moving. So a lot of young people look up to me as a brother, as a father, as an uncle, and I embrace it all. I understand that they are looking for opportunity just like I was, and I want to be able to give them the opportunity. So that's one of my biggest motivations. One of my biggest inspirations is the ability to be able to help people around me that are my age or older, be able to bless them the way they have blessed me. I take great pride in receiving wisdom. I don't take that lightly. That's one of the biggest attributes to me, is that my listening ability to those that have came before me have actually aided in the efforts and what I've become where I am now. So I've been able to take that and run with that in quite a direction, and I just don't want to go back. I don't really know if I have a fear. If you asked me that question 6 months ago, it would be failing. And as I took on this endeavor, failure is not something to be afraid of. It's something to embrace. So that's something that I've learned, again, through growth, through perseverance. Failure is something I kind of look forward to. I don't think I've learned a better lesson than how to deal with failure and be able to take failure as a pedestal or a stepping stone to move forward in the right direction. So I don't think I really have a true fear in life, and I don't think you should. I don't think anybody should fear anything that has not killed you. And you don't know what's going to kill you till after you're already dead. So you don't have a fear, and you shouldn't have a fear. And biblically they say you should fear God. I don't think God is to be feared. I think God is somebody who doesn't fear something that He doesn't implement in people. I think that's something that the world has put on us. So I don't know if I have a true fear just yet. Individuality. Be you. A lot of our youth are influenced by outside influential things that we can't control. As a parent, as a teacher, as a coach, we only have 3 to 4 hours to actually influence our individuals. So they get a lot of negative influences from social media, from reality TV, from peers. And I want to preach to a lot of kids that be you, be who you are. It's only one of you, everybody else has been taken. So be who you are, embrace that, nurture that, grow that, invest in that, and understand that you are purposely driven. You have a purpose here on earth. And I want to make sure that people understand that being an individual is probably the best thing on earth that you can be. And it changes. Who you are will change, but you're still you. Embrace you. Persevere. Do not be discouraged. Do not allow people that are watching you go through it influence the fact that you're going through it. Understand the process of becoming is one of the biggest struggles that we struggle with. The process of becoming is tedious, it's tiring, it's frustrating, it's aggravating. And I tell my staff every day, I have 14 people who work for me, all certified teachers in JCP in the school system here in Louisville. And I tell them every day, the process of becoming has been one of the most tiring but the most gratifying things I've been able to learn in this position. And I tell them every day, the biggest fatigue has been the bigger person. Being the biggest person is one of the biggest control factors I've had to deal with on becoming the president and the founder of an organization, is because you can't always respond the way you used to responding. You can't retaliate the way you used to retaliating. And it's like the ability of Superman to have a power that you have that you cannot use. That requires a lot of control. That requires mental control and restraint. And it's tough when you have the ability to fire somebody, but you can't because you have to get in their shoes. You have to be a little more empathetic. You got to see where they're coming from. You got to be understanding. You got to be flexible. You got to be the ability to bend and not break. So that's been one of the strongest motivations for me that I want to pass on anybody. Perseverance. Do not be wilted. Do not be discouraged. Man, I have a lot of mentors, quite a few, and I started with a mentor at 16. Keith Bush was one of my biggest influences early, before I even understood what entrepreneurship was. He exposed me to some things that I really couldn't grasp at the age 16 through 19. So influences have come. I've gained tons of mentors, tons of individuals who I admire and look up to. I've been able to appreciate the power of prayer. I have a godmother who prays, emphatically about my success, about my well-being. My parents, of course, my siblings definitely are influences. I have a lot of people in my circle, friends, best friends, who hold me accountable. You gotta have people in your life who hold you accountable. Those are your influences. The people who are gonna tell you when you're wrong and how you're wrong. The people who are gonna praise you when you're right and motivate you to keep going forward. This program has grown exponentially in the last year. I now have the largest summer program here in the city of Louisville of 120 kids, and we plan to continue to grow. This is just the beginning. We are focusing on academically enriching our kids both mathematically, reading comprehension and literacy, financially, and with Black history. We also want to increase our kids' social economic ability and social status. So we work on chivalry and etiquette here every day. We preach integrity every day. We have karate, we have cooking, we have coding, we have technology classes, we have a choir, we have a plethora of opportunities. We have a chemistry lab where we do dissecting of the body organs, the anatomy of the human body. And we do this for kids 6 through 16. So we expose all of our kids to new things. And one of our biggest catalysts has been, if you expose a kid to different things, then you can then change the expectations. Kids can't see and can't want what they have not seen. So the more that you expose them to, the more people you put in front of them, the better opportunity they have, the better chance they have of succeeding. And that's been one of our biggest catalysts here at Sowing Seeds with Faith. I want to make sure that everybody here follow us on Facebook at Sowing Seeds with Faith. Check my website. You can find this video and many more to come at SOWINGSeedsWithFaith.org. That's SOWING seedswithfaith.org. Ability, confidence, self-esteem. They're encouraged. They're motivated. These kids take pride in the ability to be able to say that they've learned some things. Financially, these kids appreciate and understand the importance of a dollar and how far a dollar can make a difference. And that's been one of our biggest things here. If you're talking about investors, we're looking for pledges. We want people who are long-term committed to making a difference. Of course, we turn down no opportunity. We turn down no funds, but we want people to come and be committed with their time as well. We want the checks, we want the money. Of course, those are big deals, make a big difference, but we also want people to come and see where that money's going. We want them to come out and shake the hands of the kids that are making differences. We want these kids to be exposed to the people that are making differences in their life, understand and be appreciative of that, an opportunity to say thank you to those who are making a difference. So I want a lot of people to make a pledge. I want you to pledge not just your money, but also your time. Come out and give these kids opportunities. You know, sow a seed in these kids that you may be able to invest in as a child that may be able to reap you or your company in the near future or the far future. We want kids to be able to get scholarships coming out of this program. So I'm looking for all investors that want to make a difference, have the passion to make a difference, and just don't have the means or opportunity yet or the time. Allow us to be that void. Allow us to fill the opportunity for you and your company to be put on a pedestal that you deserve to be on with the right kids in the community. So I'm looking for all investors to come out. Be visible, and also sow a seed into the organization. You can donate through my website, Sowing Seeds with Faith. We have a donation letter, and we have 5 different levels of donations. You can view that on the website as well. If I had to continue to ask questions to those out in the community, it would be, what are you doing in your community to make a difference? How are you separating yourself from those who complain and those who actually take action?